What superpower would you most like to have?
Teleportation. Being able to get home without using any transportation.
Yes. Later, everyone understood why this star had always longed for the ability to teleport in the years before his passing away. Menglong, an actor, not a top-tier Chinese celebrity yet, is somewhere around the third tier. However, his unexpected fall has caused tremendous upheaval in Chinese society and politics. The incident has mired the Chinese Communist Party leader in a corner, one he cannot fully resolve, and has given his political opponents leverage to demand his resignation. Mango Supermedia, the state-owned entertainment company to which the star belongs, saw its stock price plummet nearly 13% in a single week, with the number of shareholders decreasing by 15,400, a 28.92% decrease compared to the previous month. Tianyu Media goes bankrupt. Tianyu Media goes bankrupt. The Beijing government is currently experiencing increasing concern and fear due to the intense and sustained attention paid to this incident by the mainstream Chinese. Menglong's Weibo account reached 38.44 billion views on October 15th. Chinese netizens are engaging in a cat-and-mouse game with the CCP, with many CCP members flocking to overseas websites to quit the party. This three-part series will explore this unfolding event, a crisscrossing intersection of sorrow and courage, darkness and light. On September 11, 2025, in Sunshine Upper East, an upscale residential community in Beijing's Chaoyang district, the tranquil morning was shattered by a muffled roar. Neighbors walking their dogs were shocked to find someone lying on the lawn. It was Menglong, 37. Though a third-rate star in the Chinese entertainment industry, his striking good looks earned him 20 million devoted fans. The actor, especially in a traditional costume, looked as ethereal as a celestial being. He played a prominent role in Eternal Love, one of China's most popular ancient idol dramas of recent years. The star's studio quickly, in several hours, issued a notice. Menglong had passed away due to a fall, with 2 Rolex watches in his pocket. Police have ruled this case out of any criminal suspicion. May the deceased rest in peace, and may the living remain strong. In such a short time, Chinese police determined the incident as a non-criminal case, claiming Yu, drunk too much, fell from a high-rise building by breaking through the sturdy window screen. No need for any further investigation. 6 or 7 of Yu's so-called friends who were present at the scene also did not appear to explain. Menglong's fans were furious, and Weibo trended like crazy. Do you think we're all fools? At that time, the most popular comment on Jihu, the Chinese version of Quora, said, "If even a star like Menglong, with tens of millions of fans, gone without a trace, how can ordinary people be safe?" In a moment, seeking justice for their idol and for their own future security, netizens across China transformed themselves into Sherlock Holmes, deeply digging into the case. One of the greatest benefits of the internet is its ability to hold memories. The deeper netizens delved, the more heartbroken and saddened they felt. They discovered that the star was a very gentle and kind person. They found that Yu had been dedicated to charity work during his lifetime. For example, although he was hidden by his company around 2020, he still donated $70,000 to disaster relief during the 2021 floods in Henan province, and took the initiative to travel to remote mountain villages to support children's education. Till today, a foundation continues to receive his donations, primarily for rural medical assistance and providing supportive system solutions for grassroots medical institutions. This was because the donations came from Yu's automatic monthly deductions. As mentioned in previous programs, rural China is the country's largest yet most vulnerable and helpless population. They also uncovered numerous documents proving that Menglong was a simple, honest man, never involved in scandals.
Be careful, don't get bumped.
Menglong, aren't you cold wearing so little? My friend's birthday. Can you say happy birthday to him?
Happy birthday. His college entrance exam? Good luck. Watch the step, be careful.
He had no connections and adhered to his principles. Despite his handsome looks, he refused to accept the unspoken rules from female executives and powerful men. What are unspoken rules? You can simply call it sleeping issue. As a result, Yu was blacklisted by his agency for 3 years. After his comeback, He still refused such rules, which likely angered his management and led to the tragedy. Who was trying to manipulate him? Multiple sources have revealed both men and women. One woman is clearly identified: Tian Hairong. Yu Menglong rejected her. Ms. Tian is known as a capital boss in the Chinese entertainment industry, and her money came from her late husband. In 2011, Hurun's Northeast China Wealth Report ranked this husband fifth with $1 billion in assets. He was later revealed to be a white glove of Bo Xilai, one of the top CCP leaders and Xi Jinping's biggest political enemy back then. The industry associated with this group is a specialized plastination factory. This factory dissects, dehydrates, slices, and shapes specialized products into plastinate specimens for global exhibition. If you do a search for Von Hagen's Plastination Dalian Company Limited, you will get more ideas. With Xi Jinping's rise to CCP leadership in 2012, his enemy Bo Xilai was imprisoned, and the white glove tycoon died in prison. Actress Ms. Tian inherited her husband's substantial inheritance and became a prominent investor in Chinese film and television productions. Ms. Tian and her husband's specialized factory will resurface later, demonstrating how China's uniquely wealthy individuals transform the Chinese into a one-stop business. The Chinese here refers to physical ones. Let's return to Yu Menglong. What shocks and angers his fans and the growing number of Chinese netizens who shared his story is the sheer agony of his passing. On the evening of September 10th or earlier, a carefully rigged trap was set inside that luxurious apartment. Online reports claimed that Yu Menglong's drink that night was laced with an unknown drug. Later reports claimed that Yu's body contained the fluids of more than 10 people. What fluids? You know. He was restrained and then hung from a window and threatened. The first fall, onto the lawn, didn't fulfill those people's goal to end his life. The second, from a higher altitude, finally brought the situation to an end. A video soon surfaced online showing Yu steadfastly fighting in the hallway or in the room. In agony, he cried out, "Kill me if you dare," his beloved puppy barking out in fear. Yu mournfully called out its name, saying, "I can't protect you anymore." After 2 or 3 days of online uproar, news of the incident almost completely vanished from the Chinese internet. At the time, I saw on my Weibo moments that a Chinese netizen claimed that even photos of Yu Menglong had vanished from their own phone albums. The netizen, horrified, asked, "How could the government reach into my phone's photo albums?" However, the more repression there was, the greater the resistance. Netizens are galvanized with unprecedented fighting spirit. Simultaneously, another hidden force is at work. News about Yu Menglong disappeared, but is reappearing on websites like Bilibili these days. Why? The CCP is divided into factions, and the struggle is intense, almost life or death. I'll analyze this further later in the next episode. These two forces merge, and netizens have been unearthing and widely circulating the news in mid-October. Chronologically, first, Yu Menglong desperately pleaded for help. Watch, when he went out, he secretly made an SOS sign. His agent almost always follows him, and netizens believe that this agent is the monitor. In his final livestream, he used an acrostic poem to pronounce, "Today I will go to die." Then, the livestream was abruptly shut down by his agency. His final line was, "Death can actually be artistic." When a fan asked him why he had some bruises on his forehead, he replied, "If I suddenly disappear one day, remember, it will not be an accident." Then, netizens discovered that the luxury apartment in Beijing wasn't the only site of Yu's final calamity. There were 3 other eerie locations. The first stop, and the most visually horrifying, was Beijing's 798 Cube, or 798 Art District. As Yu once left a clue, death can actually be artistic. Multiple online videos show that Yu Menglong was previously detained here. There's also a coat here that bears a strong resemblance to one Yu Menglong once wore. Additionally, netizens are shocked to discover specimens and related artifacts at 798 Cube that resemble several celebrities. Yes, remember, Ms. Tian's husband's special business. For example, one of the exhibits in this museum bears a striking resemblance to the late actor Qiao Renliang. Qiao worked at the same entertainment and media company as Yu and passed away suddenly and mysteriously in 2016. Photos from his funeral show Qiao's arms covered with flowers and his abdomen unusually collapsed. This sparked suspicion among fans. A friend of mine in the Chinese entertainment industry expressed deep sorrow on WeChat Moments at the time, saying how tragic Qiao's departure was. There's also a shoe, as photos show, worn by Cho Feng, hailed as the most stylish martial arts star. Even more striking is the fact that there's a full specimen, with the exact same head shape, features, body build, and muscle definition, right down to the veins in the martial arts star's head. The young star, just 21 years old, was publicly announced to have lost his life in a highway car accident in August 2024. However, at the time, revelations suggested sutures on his body, suggesting someone powerful coveted the parts of this healthy martial arts star. Fans posted footage of Qiao Feng's final livestream online, noting he appeared to be mouthing, "Save me," in front of the camera. There's also a stuffed wolf, suggesting its eyes aren't actually the eyes of an animal. Let's take a look at this girl's eyes. This pretty girl, named Lu Jiarong, was also a rising star. In 2019, she suddenly denounced the unspoken rules of the Chinese entertainment industry on Weibo. She also posted a photo of her bloody hand, suggesting that if she disappeared in the future, it would be for the same reason as Qiao Renliang, who vanished in 2016. After this post, the girl truly vanished from the face of the earth. However, her disappearance didn't attract much attention at the time. An online user claiming to be a medical student comments that the items in the exhibition hall resemble clothing pendants, but even animal skin doesn't have this kind of transparency. Well, there's only one type of skin that, when left to dry for a long time, achieves this effect. In one of the exhibition areas within the museum, netizens discovered a fish tied to it. The Chinese pronunciation for fish is the same as the U in the surname Yu. Netizens are asking, could this location be designated as a future storage location for Yu Menglong's remains? The second location is the Bulgari Hotel. The hotel is only a 15-minute drive from 798 Cube. Netizens believe that Yu Menglong was secretly moved from 798 Art Gallery to the hotel. How was he moved? There's a secret passageway between the gallery and the hotel. These photos and videos were taken by Chinese netizens using drones to enter an underground entrance disguised as a ventilation vent, a secret passage between the Bulgari Hotel Beijing and the 798 Art Gallery. The footage is dim and damp, with moss-covered walls. A slightly deformed cufflink from a men's shirt was also spotted. Sharp-eyed fans immediately recognized the cufflink as the same style Yu Menglong wore at his last event. Previously, Ms. Tian and director Chen Qingsong were involved in the incident at the scene of that apartment incident. Initially, Ms. Tian and director Chen attempted to shift blame, posting their itineraries online and mentioning that they had dined at the Bulgari Hotel on the day of the incident. They had no idea the incident would escalate to the hotel. A video post confirms that Yu Menglong may have been taken to the hotel. At the same time, another video is leaked showing several Westerners discussing in English, referring to Chinese TV star, sweet people, and using Japanese technology. There are also reports that the Bulgari Hotel Beijing's security cameras were cleared, and the hotel was suddenly sealed off for 3 days for a thorough cleanup. The Bulgari Hotel Beijing became a focal point of public opinion, with many Chinese netizens flooding Google reviews with negative reviews. The hotel's rating plummeted to 1.9 stars. However, the Bulgari Hotel Beijing has yet to respond directly to the controversy, and Beijing police have not commented on the passageway rumors either. After leaving the Bulgari Hotel, a 14-minute drive leads to the third stop, Jiame Fashion Center. Someone claiming to be a resident online says he has witnessed Yu Menglong being abducted, with footage captured by the entrance's peephole. However, there is currently no original surveillance footage, security records, or public explanation from the property management. Another theory is that Yu was transferred to another place called Jiangsu Zhoujie Technology Company. The final stop was back to the upscale residential community, Beijing Sunshine Upper East Community, a 9-minute drive from the third stop, Jiame Fashion Center. 2 falls occurred in this community. The incident was horrific. Yu swallowed a USB drive. To retrieve the USB drive, the group took the simplest, brutal action. What action? Imagine the most famous act of Japanese Bushido, performed with a sword. As mentioned earlier, there are reports that Yu had the fluids of more than 10 people inside. Men coveting his beauty faithfully satisfied their desires in this way. Netizens believe this process occurred because numerous, consistent pieces of evidence have emerged online. Furthermore, these pieces of evidence also support speculations surrounding the unsolved case of a celebrity, Qiao Renliang. In 2016, fans, drawn to the strangeness of Qiao's posthumous photo, speculated that the cause of this strange situation was likely the result of multiple men, driven by their lust, engaging in similarly horrific acts. However, at the time, these speculations were confined to the fan community. 9 years ago, such cases did not attract much attention from the outside world. During this period, a minor incident involving a female celebrity caused a stir. The Ren Jiao incident. One morning in 2017, this pretty girl was found lying on the lawn of a restaurant in Suzhou, China, without any clothes and breath. Other people were in the same room at the hotel that night, including a well-known actor and director. Police ruled out homicide and closed the case as an accidental fall from a building due to intoxication. The girl's mentor, a renowned Chinese crosstalk artist, hinted that it was not an accident. However, even this A-list star, aside from hints, dares no further comment. China is arguably the country with the most surveillance cameras in the world, with over 200 million. However, after similar incidents, these cameras in high-end hotels, residential complexes, and other facilities are invariably malfunctioning. Of course, this isn't surprising. The previous episodes show the fact that 8 million people disappear in China each year. Chinese police proudly claim they can locate a person in 7 seconds by high tech, but 200 million cameras can't find these 8 million people who disappear annually. So, why did Yu Menglong meet with such a tragedy? Why are those people targeting him? Who are they? Stay tuned.